Hi kids, welcome back to our channel and the series of Catechism for Kids. Do you want to know about a young man who became a saint by simply living his life to the fullest? Well, let's learn about St. John Berchmans, who reminds us that holiness is attainable in the ordinary moments of our daily lives. Born at Diest in Brabant, the 13th of March 1599, died at Rome, the 13th of August 1621, his parents watched with the greatest solicitude over the formation of his character. He was naturally kind, gentle, and affectionate towards them, a favorite with his playmates, brave and open, attractive in manner, and with a bright, joyful disposition. Yet he was also, by natural disposition, impetuous and fickle. Still, when John was but 7 years of age, Emmerich, his parish priest, already remarked with pleasure that the Lord would work wonders in the soul of the child. Many are the details that reveal him to us as he was in the Society of Jesus. He was but 9 years old when his mother was stricken with a long and serious illness. John would pass several hours each day by her bedside and console her with his affectionate though serious words. Later, when he lived with some other boys at Emmerich's house, he would undertake more than his share of the domestic work, selecting by preference the more difficult occupations. If he was loved by his comrades, he repaid their affection by his kindness, without, however, deviating from the dictates of his conscience. It was noticed even that he availed himself discreetly of his influence over them to correct their negligence, to restrain their frivolous conversation. Eager to learn and naturally endowed with a bright intellect and a retentive memory, he enhanced the effect of these gifts by devoting to study whatever time he could legitimately take from his ordinary recreation. What, however, distinguished him most from his companions was his piety. When he was hardly 7 years old, he was accustomed to rise early and serve 2 or 3 masses with the greatest fervor. He attended religious instructions and listened to Sunday sermons with the deepest recollection and made pilgrimages to the sanctuary of Montaigu, a few miles from Diest, reciting the rosary as he went or absorbed in meditation. As soon as he entered the Jesuit college at Mechlin, he was enrolled in the Society of the Blessed Virgin and made a resolution to recite her office daily. He would, moreover, ask the director of the sodality every month to prescribe for him some special acts of devotion to Mary. On Fridays, at nightfall, he would go out barefooted and make the Stations of the Cross in the town. Such fervent filial piety won for him the grace of a religious vocation. Towards the end of his rhetoric course, he felt a distinct call to the Society of Jesus. His family was decidedly opposed to this, and on the 24th of September 1616, he was received into the novitiate at Mechlin. After 2 years passed in Mechlin, he made his simple vows and was sent to Antwerp to begin the study of philosophy. Remaining there only a few weeks, he set out for Rome, where he was to continue the same study. After journeying 300 leagues on foot, carrying a wallet on his back, he arrived at the Roman college, studied for 2 years, and passed on to the third-year class in philosophy in the year 1621. One day, early in August of that same year, he was selected by the prefect of studies to take part in a philosophical disputation at the Greek college, at that time under the charge of the Dominicans. He opened the discussion with great perspicuity and erudition. But, on returning to his own college, he was seized with a violent fever of which he died. On the 13th of August, at the age of 22 years and 5 months, during the second part of his life, John offered the type of the saint who performs ordinary actions with extraordinary perfection. In his purity, obedience, and admirable charity, he resembled many religious, but he surpassed them all by his intense love for the rules of his order. The constitutions of the Society of Jesus lead those who observe them exactly to the highest degree of sanctity. As has been declared by Pope Julius III and his successors. The attainment of that ideal was what John proposed to himself. If I do not become a saint when I am young, he used to say, I shall never become one. That is why he displayed such wisdom in conforming his will to that of his superiors and to the rules. He would have preferred death to the violation of the least of the rules of his order. My penance, he would say, is to live the common life. I will pay the greatest attention to the least inspiration of God. He observed this fidelity in the performance of all his duties till the last day of his life, as is attested by Fathers Bouters, Chapari, Chakoti, Masucci. Macolamini, his spiritual directors. When he died, a large multitude crowded for several days to see him and to invoke his intercession. The same year, Philip, Duke of Airschet, had a petition presented to Pope Gregory XV for the taking of information with a view to his beatification. John Berchmans was declared blessed in 1865 and was canonized in 1888. His statues represent him with hands clasped, holding his crucifix, his book of rules, and his rosary. He is the patron of altar servers, Jesuit scholastics, and students. The feast day of John Berchmans has never been inscribed in the general Roman calendar. But prior to the liturgical reforms of Pope John XXIII, there was a mass set for him among the section of masses for various places or mise pro, aliquibus, locis, of the Roman Missal, which foresaw that it would be celebrated in different places. On either the 13th of August or the 26th of November, Berchmans is currently inscribed in the 2004 official edition of the Catholic Church's Martyrologium Romanum on the 13th of August, the date of his death. He is celebrated by the Society of Jesus on the 26th of November. As we reflect on the life of St. John Berchmans, let us remember that we do and have to be famous or do big miracles to be considered saints. Sometimes the greatest thing we can do is to simply follow Jesus Christ and be faithful in the little things each day. So let us ask St. John Berchmans to pray for us and help us to become better disciples of Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching this episode. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this episode with your friends and family. Until next time, and God bless you always.